Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to my channel, that is Still a Learner. So in this video we are going to discuss 10th class maths new semester 1 second chapter polynomials. Okay, so already I have uploaded two videos on this polynomial. So in the first video we have discussed about the basic introduction of polynomial. What is a polynomial, what is the definition of polynomial, what are the types of polynomials, everything else in the first video. Okay, then in the second video we have seen, and in the second video we have covered geometric meaning of the zeros of polynomials, and along with that exercise 2.1 and example problems also we have seen. Okay, now in this video we are going to discuss this topic, which is relationship between zeros and the coefficients of a polynomial. So this is very important chapter. So this is very important topic in this polynomial chapter. Okay guys, without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Okay, so what do you mean by zeros of polynomial? Zeros of polynomial is nothing but to what value of x the polynomial became zero, that value is said to be the zero of polynomial. Okay, have you got this point? Okay, let me explain you again here so that it will be clear for you and it will be revised for you again. Okay, I have a polynomial p of x equal to 2x minus 4. Suppose this is the polynomial you have. Okay, I am going to subtract some value in the place of x so that this will become 0. So I am going to subtract 2 here in the place of x. P of 2 equal to, means in the place of x we have to subtract 2. So P of 2 equal to 2 multiplied by 2 minus 4. Okay. So 2 2's 4 minus 4. The answer is 0. Okay. So we got the answer as 0 when we put 2 value in the place of x. Therefore, this 2 is called the 0 of polynomial. Therefore, 2 is the 0 of polynomial p of x, which is p of x is nothing but 2x minus 4. Okay, have you understood guys? So now we'll see what are coefficient. Do you know what is a coefficient? Quotient is nothing but, let me tell you, I have already told you in the first video, in the basic introduction video of polynomials, there I have cleared each and every point. Okay, let me tell you again. So let us take any algebraic expression, which is 4x square minus 6x plus 2. Okay, so this is an algebraic expression. Okay, here if you observe this here, so what this x and this x square and x, these two we call it as variables. Okay, whereas this 4 and this 6, okay, this 4 and 6 we call it as coefficients. Okay, this 4 and 6 we call it as coefficient. So coefficients are nothing but the values of the variables. Here the variables are x square and x. Okay, the values of the variables which are in the multiplication form, this we call it as coefficient. Now it's clear guys. Now I have told you the meaning of zeros of polynomial and what is a coefficient. Okay, let's enter into the topic. So now we'll see the relation between zeros and quotients of polynomials. Actually, we have three polynomials, which are linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. Okay, here also we are going to discuss all the three one by one. Okay, first we'll see the linear polynomial. Okay, first one is linear polynomial. Okay, what do you mean by linear polynomial? A polynomial is said to be a linear polynomial if its degree is 1. Okay, so the standard form, the general form of linear polynomial is ax plus b. This is the standard form of linear polynomial. Okay, so now we are going to find out the zeros of this linear polynomial. Okay, so to find out the zeros of this linear polynomial, first of all, what we have to do, we have to equalize this polynomial to 0. Means ax plus b equal to 0. We have to equalize this polynomial to 0. Okay. Now what I am doing, ax equal to, I am sending this b to that side, then it takes minus sign, minus b. So x equal to minus b by a. So I got the x value as minus b by a. So this is minus b by a is the zero of this linear polynomial. Okay. So minus b by a is the zero of this polynomial. What do you mean by b? What is b here? Here b is single term. It does not have any variable. So this is treated as constant. Okay, I can write it as, here minus sign is there, so in the place of b I can say that this is constant value. Okay, divided by, what is a here? A is the coefficient of x. A is coefficient of x. In the place of a I can write it as coefficient of x. Now it's clear, guys. So this is what this relationship between zeros and coefficients. As I told you, for linear polynomial, the degree is 1. So how many zeros will be seen in linear polynomial? Only one zero is seen in the linear polynomial. So that zero is minus b by a. As we got only one zero for this linear polynomial, let us treat that zero as alpha. Okay, so here I can write this as alpha. So alpha equal to minus b by a. Okay, alpha is nothing but the zero of this linear polynomial. Okay, let's see one example based on this. Okay, suppose I have a polynomial p of x equal to 2x plus 5. Okay, this is the polynomial I have. Now what I'll do, I want the zero of this particular polynomial. So if you see, this is in the form of ax plus b. Here in the place of a, we have 2, and in the place of b I have 5. Okay, so we know the formula to find out the zeros for a linear polynomial, which is minus b by a. So I can directly write it as x equal to minus b by a. Here what is b? B is nothing but 5. Okay, 5 by a. A is 2. So minus b by a, minus 5 by 2 is the zero of this polynomial. Okay, what is 5 here? 5 is constant. Minus of constant divided by 2 is the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x. Now it's clear, guys. So therefore alpha equal to minus 5 by, okay, alpha equal to minus 5 by 2, which is minus of constant, okay, divided by coefficient of x. Coefficient of x. Okay, clear, guys. So this is all about linear polynomial. Now we'll see the second one, which is quadratic polynomial. Okay, so second one is quadratic polynomial. Okay, what is a quadratic polynomial? A polynomial is said to be a quadratic polynomial if its degree is 2. Okay, so what is the general form of this quadratic polynomial? We know this. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this is the general form of quadratic polynomial where a not equal to 0. Okay, now we have to find out the roots. Now we have to find out the zeros of this polynomial. Okay, to find out the zeros of this polynomial, we have to equalize this polynomial to 0. Okay, let us take an example. Okay, suppose I have a polynomial like I have a polynomial of 3x square plus 5x minus 2. Okay, this is the quadratic polynomial. Okay, now I have to find out the zeros of this polynomial. That's why what I'm doing, I'm just equalizing this polynomial to 0. So then 3x square plus 5x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, now this is a quadratic polynomial. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to split the middle term and find out the factors. Okay, how to find out the factors? We know this. Here we have to multiply this 3 and 2, means 3x square into minus 2 equal to minus 6x square. Now what we have to do, we have to find out the factors of 6x square. Okay, 6 factors are 1 into 6, okay, 2 into 6. Okay, 6 factors are 1 into 6, 2 into 6. Okay, but which one we have to pick from this two? Let us check. Okay, here minus sign is there, means here the symbols will be 1 plus and 1 minus. Okay, if you do the difference here, your answer should come as 5x. Okay, in this way you have to pick any one of it. Okay, if I take 2 into 3, 2 3 is a 6. Okay, 2 3 is a 6, but if I do the difference 1 plus and 1 minus, I left out only with 1. 3 minus 2 is 1, but here we have to get 5. That's why I have to choose 1 into 6 or 6 into 1. So here the plus sign is there, means for the biggest number we have to take 6. Okay, then smallest number should be 1. 6 ones are 6, then x is there, no, x into x equal to x square. Okay, in this way you have to split the middle term. Okay, then this equation will be 3x square plus 6x minus x, then minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, now it's clear, guys. Okay, now the next step will be here 3x is common, then 3x of be x. 3x into x, 3x square, then plus sign is there, that's why plus 3x into 2. Okay, 3x into 2, 6x. Understood? After that, here minus is common, minus of minus into x minus, minus into plus minus 2. Okay, minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, then the next step will be here again x plus 2 is common, that's why I am taking out x plus 2. X plus 2 into here 3x will left, 3x here minus nothing is there, means 1. 3x minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, here we are getting two conditions. One is x plus 2 equal to 0, and another condition is 3x minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, from this we get the value of x as minus 2, and here 3x equal to minus 1, when it goes to that side it takes positive sign, then x equal to 1 by 3. Okay, I am getting x value as minus 2 and x value as 1 by 3. So these two are the zeros of this polynomial. Okay, here I am getting two zeros for this quadratic polynomial. Why? We all know that the degree of this quadratic polynomial is 2. Okay, the degree of this quadratic polynomial is 2. That's why we'll get two zeros. Okay, so first 0 is there, second 0 is this. So what I told you, if I get two zeros here, let us treat them as alpha and beta. So alpha equal to minus 2 and beta equal to 1 by 3. Okay, so in the linear polynomial I got only one zero. Okay, only one zero, that's why I take only alpha here. But in the quadratic polynomial I got two zeros, that's why I am treating these two zeros as alpha and beta. Okay, now it's clear. Now what I am going to do here, I'll just find out the sum of zeros. So sum of zeros, sum of zeros. Sum of zeros means sum is nothing but addition of these zeros, means addition of alpha plus beta. Okay, so sum of these two zeros means we have to sum these two terms, plus minus 2 plus 1 by 3, minus 2 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so 3 to 6 minus 6, then plus 1 divided by 3. Here minus 6 plus 1 means 5, sorry, minus 5 by 3. So this is the answer for this sum of zeros. Okay, if you see this carefully here, this 5 is nothing but b value and this 3 is nothing but a value, means this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, means here a equal to 3 comma b equal to 5 comma c equal to minus 2. Okay, so a equal to 3, b equal to 5 and c equal to minus 2. Okay, if you see the answer of sum of zeros, which is minus 5 by 3, these 5 here in the place of 5 I can write it as b. Okay, it means minus of b by 3 means what is 3? 3 means a. So in the place of 3 I can write a. Okay, are you getting my point? So minus b by, so minus 5 by 3 is nothing but minus b by a. So what is minus b? Minus b means coefficient of x and a means coefficient of x square. So in the place of a and b I can write coefficient of x square and coefficient of x. So minus b means, okay, I don't have space here, I will write it down here. So therefore sum of zeros which are alpha plus beta equal to, I got the answer as minus 5 by 3, which is minus b by 3 means a. So this minus 5 means coefficient of x. So in the place of b I can write minus of coefficient of x divided by a means coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. Therefore, sum of zeros will give the answer as minus b by a, which means minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Okay, now we'll do the product of zeros. Okay, product of zeros. Product means multiplication. So alpha into beta. Okay, product means multiplication, sum means addition. Okay, product of zeros means alpha into beta. So here we have to do the multiplication for both the terms. Minus 2 into 1 by 3. So minus 2 into 1 by 3. So then what is the value? Minus 2 by 3. Okay, so what is minus 2 here? Minus 2 means c. So instead of minus 2 I can write c, and instead of 3 I can write it as a. So 3 is nothing but a, means c by a. Okay, c means, what is c? C is constant and a is coefficient of x square. In the place of c I can write it as constant, okay, divided by a means coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. Okay, so therefore we got two formulas here. Sum of zeros which are alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Okay, therefore product of zeros which are alpha beta equal to c by a. So this is what you have to remember, guys. Okay, sum of zeros means minus b by a, product of zeros means c by a. Okay, this is all about this quadratic polynomial. Now we'll see the third one, which is cubic polynomial. Okay, So third one is cubic polynomial. Okay, what is a cubic polynomial? A cubic polynomial is a polynomial whose degree is 3. Okay, the general form of this cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, this is the standard form of cubic polynomial. So here a not equal to 0. Okay, we all know that for cubic polynomial, as the degree is 3, we'll get 3 zeros for this. Okay, okay, let me write here. We know that the degree of cubic polynomial is 3. So, we get 3 zeros. So we get 3 zeros. Let us treat that zeros as, that is alpha, comma, beta, comma, gamma. Okay. So for linear polynomial, we'll get only 1 zero. So we treated it as alpha. For quadratic polynomial, we'll get 2 zeros. That's why we treated it as alpha and beta. Here for cubic polynomial, we'll get 3 zeros. That's why we treat them as alpha, beta and gamma. Okay. Therefore, if we sum all the 3 zeros, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma, it will be minus b by a. Okay, then alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to c by a. Okay, then the product of these 3 zeros means alpha beta gamma equal to minus d by a. Okay, this one you have to remember. Okay. Okay guys, now it's clear. Now we'll move to the example problems. Okay, before that let me tell you one important topic, which is suppose sometimes the examiner will give directly the values of alpha and beta and ask you to make a polynomial, to make a quadratic polynomial. So in that cases, what we'll do, let's see. So in that cases, how to find out the quadratic polynomial means, let's see, you have a formula. So the general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, right? So now examiner have given you the values of alpha and beta. Okay, some values are given and as well as alpha beta value also given. So by using these two values, you have to make a quadratic polynomial. For this we have one formula, which is k into x square minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta. Okay, this formula you have to remember guys. Okay, this formula you have to remember. So with this formula you can get the quadratic polynomial. Okay, suppose let me tell you one example here. Let's see an example from what we have discussed. Suppose, okay, I have to get this polynomial. Okay, see an example. I have to get the quadratic polynomial by using this formula. Okay, okay, let us take the example from what we have discussed. Okay, so that it will be clear for here. What are sum of zeros, which is alpha and beta? What is sum of zeros? Minus 5 by 3. Let us take this as example. Okay, so suppose alpha plus beta examiner has given as minus 5 by 3. Okay, minus 5 by 3. Okay, then product of zeros as minus 2 by 3, comma product of zeros means alpha beta equal to minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3. Okay, this is the example. Now what you have to do, by using these two you have to make a quadratic polynomial, and we have the formula. Okay, by using this formula, let's try this whether we'll get the same polynomial or not. Okay, we know that k of x square minus of alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta. Okay, so we don't know k, so x square you have to keep it same. What is the value of alpha plus beta? Minus 5 by 3. Minus 5 by 3 of x plus what is alpha beta? Minus of 2 by 3. Okay, if I do the multiplication here, k of, so what is the denominator here? Here 3 is the common term, so that's why we'll take 3 as common. Okay, then 3x square, okay, minus of minus plus 5x plus into minus minus 2. Okay, so if k equal to 3, if I put k as 3, then 3 into, in the place of k I'm putting 3, then 3 into 3x square plus 5x minus 2 by 3. Here 3 get cancelled, so the polynomial will be 3x square plus 5x minus 2. Okay, let's check this. We have taken this sum of zeros as minus 5 by 3 and product of zeros as minus 2 by 3. Okay, so by using these two we get the polynomial as this. Let us check whether it is correct or not. So the polynomial for this both is, see, 3x square plus 5x minus 2, and we got the same here also. Okay, if you see 3x square plus 5x minus 2, so these two are the same. Okay, why I have taken this one? So that it will be clear for you. Okay, I hope you got this. I hope you got this, guys. If you still have the doubts, just stay with me. In the exercise problem it will be more clear for you. Okay, let's see the example problems of this topic. Okay, what is the question? Just see. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, this is the question. Now we have to find out the zeros of this given polynomial. Then we have to verify the relation between these zeros and coefficients. Okay, let's see this. So given polynomial p of x equal to x square plus 7x plus 10. This is the polynomial given. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to find out the zeros of this polynomial. Okay, to find out the zeros of this polynomial, first we have to equalize this polynomial to 0. So that implies x square plus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, here what we have to do, we have to split the middle term and find out the factors for this. Okay, here nothing is there. 1 x square into 10, 1 x square into 10 equal to 10 x square. Okay, now we have to find out the factors. Here positive is there, means here and here the sign will be positive. Okay, what are the factors of 10? 1 into 10 equal to 10, 2 into 5 equal to 10. Okay, that's it. Okay, so from this two, which one we have to pick? We have to pick out in such an order that if we add both the terms, we should get 7 here. Okay, 1 plus 10 is 11, but we have to get 7. That's why we have to pick this. 5 plus 2 is 7. That's why 2x plus 5x. 2 into 5 is 10. X into x is x square. So therefore x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, so here I am taking x as common. X of x plus 2. Okay, x into x, x square plus x into 2, 2x. Here I am taking 5 as common. Okay, so 5 into x, 5x, plus 5 into 2, 10. Okay, equal to 0. Here also the common term is x plus 2. So x plus 2 into x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, here two cases arises, which are x plus 2 equal to 0 and x plus 5 equal to 0. Therefore x equal to minus 2, here x equal to minus 5. Okay, these two are the zeros of this polynomial. Here this is treated as alpha and this is treated as beta. So alpha equal to minus 2 and beta equal to minus 5. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the sum of alpha and beta. Sum of zeros, which are alpha plus beta equal to, which means minus 2 minus 5. Minus 2 minus 5, which is minus 7. Okay, this is what the answer of this sum of zeros. Okay, if you look at this can be written as, okay, if you look at this, so this can be written as minus of 7 divided by 1. Can we write this minus 7 as this? See, minus 1 into 7 is minus 7. In the denominator 1. So nothing is there in the denominator, means we have to assume it as 1. Okay, so this minus 7 can be written as minus of 7 by 1. So if you look at this clearly, here 7, what is 7? Here a equal to 1, nothing is there, means 1. 1 into x square, 1 x square, that is what a equal to 1. And in the place of b we have 7 and in the place of c we have 10. Okay, so in the place of 7 I can write it as b. Okay, so minus b divided by, here 1 means a, minus b by a. Okay, minus b by a. What is minus b? Minus b is nothing but coefficient of x. Minus of coefficient of x. Okay, by a means coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. Okay, so sum of zeros alpha plus beta equal to minus of quotient of x by quotient of x square. Now we'll do the product of zeros. Product of zeros, which are alpha beta. Okay, so we have to do the product, means multiplication. Minus 2 into minus 5. Minus 2 into minus 5 can be written as minus 5 to 10. Okay, so this can be written as, sorry, minus of minus is plus, plus 10. So this plus 10 can be written as 10 divided by 1. Okay, right? We can we write plus 10 as this? Yes, of course. So here my 10 means c. Okay, c by 1 means a, c by a. So c by a is nothing, c by a is nothing but, c means constant term, divided by a means coefficient of x square. Efficient of x square. So this is the answer, guys. We have find out the zeros and we have showed the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, let's move on to the next example, which is example number 3. So let's see the question. What is the question? Find the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, so here what is given? So here we have given p of x equal to x square minus 3. So this is the polynomial. Which polynomial is this? Just see the power. Power is 2 means this is quadratic polynomial. So now what we have to do? We have to find out the zeros for this polynomial. To find out the zeros for this polynomial, we have to equalize this to zeros. So x square minus 3 equal to 0. Okay. So x square equal to plus 3. Therefore, x equal to square root of 3 plus or minus square root of 3. Here I am getting two zeros which are x equal to plus root 3 and another x equal to minus root 3. Okay, these we can do in another way also. Okay, so what is the polynomial? P of x equal to x square minus 3. Okay, this is in the form of a square minus b square. Okay, a square minus b square formula is a plus b into a minus b. So this we can write it as x square minus 3 can be written as x square minus of root 3 whole square. Okay, x square minus b square. Here x means x plus root 3, then x minus root 3. Therefore, here also we'll get the same x values. X equal to minus root 3 1 root 1 0 and x equal to plus root 3 1 0. Means we are getting same. You can do any one of this. Okay. Now we'll find out. Here we got two zeros. One is this and second one is this. Let us treat it as alpha equal to plus root 3 1 0 and beta equal to minus root 3 1 0. Okay, now we'll find out the sum of zeros. Therefore, sum of zeros which are alpha plus beta. So here plus 3 and here minus is there. So minus root 3 which is 0. But I have told you the formula for sum of zeros. Sum of zeros means minus b by a. So minus b by a, I have told you the formula for this sum of zeros. Here b means, what is b? B means coefficient of x. Here there is no coefficient of x. X square we have. We don't have x value here. That's why minus of coefficient of x divided by a means quotient of x square. Coefficient of x square means here see we don't have x coefficient, that's why it is 0, and quotient of x square is 1. 0 by 1 means 0 itself. Okay, now it's clear. Now we'll find out the product of zeros. Product of zeros which are alpha beta. So product of zeros means we have to do the multiplication for both the terms. Root 3 into minus of root 3. Okay, so plus into minus minus, then root 3 into root 3, root 3 whole square. Okay, it means square and square root get cancelled. Minus 3 is the answer. So these minus 3 can be written as minus 3 by 1. Okay, this minus 3 can be written as minus 3 by 1. What is minus 3? If you see this minus 3, this is the constant term. Okay, so in the place of minus 3, we can write the constant term. So constant term divided by 1 means coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. So it's nothing but c by a. Okay, c by a. C means constant and a means x square coefficient. Okay, now it's clear. Now we have find out the zeros and we have showed the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Okay guys, this is the example. Now we'll move to the next fourth example. Let's see this. Example 4. What is example 4? Let's see the question here. Find a quadratic polynomial the sum and product of whose zeros are -3 and 2 respectively. So here we have to find out the quadratic polynomial, and what we have given, we have the given the sum of zeros and product of zeros, and I have already cleared you just before itself. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so here what is given, plus beta, alpha plus beta, which means sum of zeros. Sum of zeros are -3. Okay, then we have given alpha beta, which are product of zeros, product of zeros, which is 2. By using these two, we have to make a quadratic polynomial. Let us treat the let us assume the quadratic polynomial as, assume the quadratic polynomial as ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so what is the formula for sum of zeros? Sum of zeros are nothing but minus b by a, and product of zeros is c by a. Okay, here if you see this clearly, here we don't have given, here we don't have the denominator. So if we don't have the denominator, we can write it as -3 by 1, here 2 by 1. Okay, by seeing this, we can we can easily set value is 1, a equal to 1. Okay, here a1, here a1, that's why a equal to 1. So b value is minus b equal to -3, then b value is 3, b equal to 3, then c value is 2. Okay, in this way we have to pick out all the abc values. Now here in this polynomial we'll just place it. Okay, then what is a? A equal to 1 into x square, plus what is b? 3 into x. What is c? Then 2. Therefore, our polynomial is x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay guys, this is the polynomial. Okay, you can do this sum in the other way also. I will tell you the other way also. Okay, here we have given alpha plus beta as -3. Okay, -3, and alpha beta as 2. Okay, now I told you, if you have given the alpha plus beta and alpha beta, then how to find out the quadratic polynomial? I already told you one formula, k of x square minus of alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta. Okay, here, so in the place of alpha plus beta you can take this, and in the place of alpha beta you can take this. Okay, let's see this. K equal to x square minus of what is alpha plus beta? -3 of x plus what is alpha beta? 2. Okay, here k of x square minus of minus is plus 3x plus 2. Okay, here k is there. If k equal to 1, if k equal to 1, then 1 into x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, that implies x square plus 3x plus 2. So this is our polynomial. You can check this also. Here both are same. Okay, that's why you can pick any one method for doing this type of problems. Okay, you may get a doubt that why ma'am, why, what is the use of putting k here? Means sometimes the alpha plus beta or alpha beta will be in the fraction form, means 3 by 2, 1 by 2, 7 by 6, like this. So at that time you will get the denominator parts. Okay, to cancel the denominator part we are using this k here. Okay, in the previous problem we have discussed this. Okay guys, now it's clear. Now we'll move to the next example, that is example number 5. Okay, let's see this. Example 5. Okay, what is the question? Just see. Verify that 3 comma minus 1 comma 1 by 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial p of x equal to 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. Okay, here what we have given, here one cubic polynomial and give, here one cubic polynomial is given, and for that cubic polynomial we have given the zeros of that cubic polynomial. Now what we have to do, we have to verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, let's do this. So we have given p of x equal to 3x square minus 5x square minus 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. Okay, and at the same time we have given the three zeros also, which are alpha equal to 3, beta equal to minus 1, and gamma equal to 1 by 3. Okay, these three zeros are also given. Now we have to verify that these are the zeros of this particular polynomial. For that, what we are going to do, we are going to subtract each 0 in the polynomial. So now in the place of x I am subtracting first 0, then after that I am taking this minus 1, then after that I am taking minus 1 by 3. Okay, let's see this. First, p of 3 equal to, p of 3 means in the place of x I have to subtract 3. Okay, 3 into x cube, 3 into what is x value, 3 cube, then minus 5 x square, what is x, 3, okay, square, minus 11 into what is x, 3, minus 3. Have you got this point? So in this polynomial, in the place of x I am taking 3, which is the first 0 of this polynomial. Okay, so 3 multiplied by, what is 3 cube? 3 cube means 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3 is 9, 9 3 is 27. So 27 minus 5 into, what is 3 square? Means 9. Okay, 11 3 is 33. Then minus 3. Okay, so 3 into 27 is 81. Then 9 5s 45 minus 33 minus 3. Okay, so 81. These three are the negative terms. That's why we have to add this first. Okay, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, means 1 here, means 4 plus 1 5, then 3 8, means 81. So 81 minus 81 is 0. So first 0 is proved. Why? Because we have got the 0 as answer. That's why this 3 is the 0 of this cubic polynomial. In this way we have to check out the rest two zeros also. Okay, now I am taking minus 1. So p of minus 1. So what is the polynomial? 3x cube means 3 into x. X means minus 1 whole cube. Then minus 5x square. Minus 5 into x means minus 1 square. Then minus 11x. Minus 11 into x means minus 1. Then minus 3. Okay. So minus 1 cube, minus 1 to the power odd will be always negative, means minus 3. Minus 1 to the power cube means minus 1. Minus 1 into 3 means minus 3. Okay, then minus 1 into square means minus 1 to the power even number is positive, means plus 1 here. Plus 1 into minus 5 is minus 5. Okay, then minus of minus plus, 11 into 1 plus 11. Okay, minus 3. Then here these three are the negative terms. That's why we have to add it first. Minus 5 into minus 3 minus 5 minus 8. Minus 3 plus minus 5 minus 8. Minus 8 plus minus 3 minus 11. Then plus 11, which is 0. So this 0 is also satisfied. Now we have to check out this 1 by 3. Now in the place of x I am subtracting 1 by 3. So what is the cubic polynomial? 3x cube minus 5x square means 3 into x cube means 1 by 3 cube, then minus 5 into x square means 1 by 3 x square, then minus 11x. 11 into x means 1 by 3, then minus 3. Okay, let us do it again. So actually here the root is minus 1 by 3. Okay, minus 1 by 3, sorry, minus 1 by 3. Okay, so minus 1 by 3 means minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 minus 1. Okay, so the next step will be 3 into, here 1 by 3 whole cube means minus 1 by 27. Okay, then minus 5 of minus 1 by 3 whole square means here minus is there, square is there, that's why positive will be there, positive will come 1 by 9. Okay, then here minus of minus is plus 11 by 3 minus 3. Okay, so 3 ones, 3 nines. Therefore, minus 1 by 9, then minus 5 by 9, then plus 11 by 3, then minus 3. Okay, here two terms are common. So, first we'll do the addition for this. So, minus 1 plus minus 5 is minus 6 by 9 plus 11 by 3 minus 3. So, here 3 twos, 3 threes. Okay, so minus 2 by 3 plus 11 by 3 minus 3. Here I am taking 3 as LCM. So minus 2 plus 11, 3 threes minus 9. Okay, so minus 2 minus 9 is minus 11 plus 11 divided by 3. So minus and so 0 by 3. So 0 by something is always a 0. So third condition, third 0 is also satisfied. So we have satisfied all the three zeros. Now what we have to do? We have to verify the relation between the sums and the coefficients. Okay, let's do this. Therefore 3 comma minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of cubic polynomial, which is 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. Okay, this one we have satisfied. Now we have to verify the relation between zeros and the coefficients. So I told you to treat it as alpha equal to 3, beta equal to minus 1 and gamma equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay, now we'll do the sum of zeros and product of zeros. So alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3. So here 3 is the LCM, then 3 3 is 9 minus 3 minus 1. Okay, so 9 minus 4 by 3 means 5 by 3. I got 5 by 3. So these 5 by 3 I can write it as minus of minus 5 by 3. Can I write this 5 by 3 as minus of minus 5 by 3? Yes. Minus of minus is plus 5 by 3. Okay. So what is this 5? So what is this 5? If you see this equation here a equal to 3, okay, b equal to minus 5, okay, c equal to minus 11 and d equal to minus 3. Okay, a b c d. Now what I have got here, minus 5 is nothing but I can write it as b. Okay, so in the place of minus 5 I can write minus b by what is 3? 3 means a, minus b by a. So I told you the formula for sum of zeros is minus b by a. It is proved. Okay, so now we'll do alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Okay, so what is alpha? 3 into minus 1. Okay, plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 3. Okay, then plus minus 1 by 3 into 3. Okay, 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. Then plus of, here minus of minus is plus. So 1 into 1 by 3 is 1 by 3. Then plus into minus is minus. Here 3 and 3 get cancelled. So minus 1. So what is the answer? Here 3 is the LCM. Then 3 3 is minus 9 plus 1 minus 3. Okay. So minus 9 minus 3. Minus 12 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so this is minus 11 by 3. What is minus 11? Minus 11 is nothing but c. So in the place of minus 11 I can write c, and in the place of 3 I can write a, which is c by a. What is c by a? Alpha beta, beta gamma and gamma alpha, c by a. Okay, now we'll do the product, which is alpha beta gamma. So what is alpha? 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3. 3 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 by 3. Okay, if you do the here minus of minus is plus. Okay, then 3 by 3. Okay, 3 3's cancel. So answer is 1. So this 1 I can write it as minus of minus 3. Okay, minus of minus 3 by 3. Can I write this 1 as the same? So minus of minus is plus. Plus 3 by 3. If I cancel, I'll get the same here. So what is minus 3? So minus 3 is nothing but d value. So in the place of minus 3 I can write d. Minus already there. So minus 3 is d and 3 is a. Therefore product of zeros alpha beta gamma is minus d by a. Okay guys, have you understood? Okay guys, have you understood? So this is all about the example problems. Okay, now we'll move to the exercise number 2.2. Okay guys, actually this video is so lengthy, that's why we'll see the exercise problem in the next video. I hope guys you all understood this class well. If you still have any doubts, please don't hesitate to comment me below in the comment section, and please do join me on WhatsApp and Instagram if you have any doubts. Okay guys, till then, bye bye, take care, Allah Hafiz.